The evolution of cinema, from silent films to talkies. The evolution of cinema is a captivating tale, rife with innovations and momentous shifts that have continually reshaped the landscape of entertainment. Among the most pivotal of these shifts was the transition from silent films to talkies, marking an epoch that revolutionized not only the medium's technological facets but its cultural and artistic dimensions as well. The late 19th and early 20th centuries saw the advent of silent films, the first iterations of a novel form of entertainment that would soon dominate global culture. These films, devoid of synchronized sound, communicated narratives through exaggerated performances, intertitles, and musical accompaniments typically played live in theaters. Artists like Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton, and Mary Pickford became legends in this silent era, mastering the art of conveying humor, sorrow, romance, and myriad emotions without the luxury of speech. Silent films, in their essence, were a universal language. The absence of dialogue transcended linguistic barriers, making it possible for a film produced in Hollywood to be just as comprehensible to an audience in Paris or Tokyo. This universality was one of the reasons for the rapid global proliferation of cinema in its early days. Films such as The Birth of a Nation, 1915, and Nosferatu, 1922, achieved international fame, laying the foundations for the powerful influence cinema would wield in the century to come. However, technological advancement and human ambition have always walked hand in hand. The desire to augment cinematic experiences led to experiments in synchronizing audio with motion pictures. The late 1920s bore witness to this transformative phase, ushering in the era of talkies. The first significant introduction to this was The Jazz Singer, in 1927. Though not the first film to incorporate sound, its commercial success was a clear testament to the audience's appetite for this newfound dimension in cinema. With Al Jolson's iconic line, "You ain't heard nothing yet," the film industry was forever changed. The shift was not without its challenges. Many silent film stars, whose careers were built upon their abilities to emote without words, found the transition to talkies difficult. Their voices, perhaps unsuitable or unexpected for their on-screen personas, became a liability. Studios had to invest heavily in new equipment, sound stages had to be soundproofed, and new techniques in filmmaking had to be adopted. Directors, who were used to shouting instructions during filming, now had to adapt to the demands of the microphone. But the pains of this evolution were outweighed by its rewards. The introduction of dialogue opened up vast avenues for scriptwriting. Storytelling became more intricate, characters gained depth, and films could now address social issues with newfound directness. Genres like screwball comedies, gangster films, and musicals became popular during the early talkie era, enriched by the added layer of sound. Artists like the Marx Brothers and James Cagney emerged, showcasing the potential of this evolved medium. Moreover, the cultural implications of this transition were profound. While silent films were universally comprehensible, talkies introduced a linguistic dimension that was inherently local. Consequently, national film industries began to solidify their identities, with countries like India, France, and Japan producing films in their native languages, reflecting their unique cultural narratives. In retrospect, the evolution from silent films to talkies is emblematic of cinema's broader journey. It underscores the medium's adaptability and its relentless pursuit of augmented sensory experiences for its audiences. As silent films gave way to talkies, so too has black and white yielded to color, and analog to digital. Each phase has introduced its challenges and opportunities, but the essence remains unchanged. A relentless quest to capture the human experience in all its multifaceted glory. In conclusion, the transition from silent films to talkies was more than just a technological advancement. It reshaped the very ethos of cinema. It challenged established norms, gave birth to new stars, and enriched the tapestry of storytelling. While we revere the silent classics and the legends they birthed, talkies brought with them a depth and realism that propelled cinema into its golden age. The journey from silence to sound, thus, remains one of the most pivotal chapters in the annals of cinematic history.